Hello students, Mr. Barry here with our writing lesson for the day. It's Tuesday the 13th of October and we started practicing that letter U. Let's take a close look at that letter U. And we already went through it today in class, but I wanted to talk about it again, and when we do it on the iPad like this, you can see it up even closer than normal. So I'm going to first demonstrate that this is the letter N, and the letter U is the letter N upside down. So if you just turn that letter N upside down, that gives you a letter U. So you're really doing a letter N in reverse when you make this letter, U. And you start on that dot. Well, not that dot, because you're not going to have a dot. But you start on the dotted line, and you start top to bottom. You go to the bottom and start making an arc on the bottom. Okay, come back up and bounce off of this, just like that. Bounce off that middle line to finish up your letter. That becomes a letter U. And I will point out that a lot of kids get mixed up because they hear U. They hear U like U with a Y. So sometimes there's some confusion about the sound of the U, because when you pronounce letter U, you say U, like it has a letter Y, but we know that there's a difference in the sound between a letter Y and a letter U. So the letter U, well, let me finish the writing first. So make yourself two good lines of letter U's, just like I'm doing, top to bottom with the arc. Okay, down to the bottom. Remember, it's one stroke. I put my marker down one time, and I don't pick it up again until the letter is completely finished. So make two lines of U. And I know this is a handwriting activity, but I wanted to point out two different sounds that we get from the letter U. So there's the word uncle, and in this case, uncle, the U sounds like uncle. And when we go to the next word, ugly, that also, the letter U goes ugly. Then here's another word, unfair. Like when somebody says, not fair, that's unfair. And again, the letter U is making the sound unfair. However, be aware that some words will start with the letter U and the U will have a different sound. It is a vowel, so the sound of the U can change. This says unite. Unite. That means to bring together, unity. Unite, to bring people together. You unite for a meeting, or unite for a family gathering. And this is where people get mixed up with that letter Y, because it sounds like unite with a Y. But we know that some words will start with that sound, y, and will actually be this letter U, like unite. And let's see, in fact, yes, all the other letter U words have that sound of y, U. Useful. We already wrote the word use. If you put F-U-L, it becomes useful. And then here is an instrument that people play called the ukulele. Ukulele. And I don't have one to show you, but it's like a little guitar, little tiny baby guitar. It's very delicate. And then another word that starts with a U, this is usual. So I can see some students trying to read this and going, us. But remember, when we have vowels like a letter U, it can get tricky, and this actually sounds like a Y, usual. So please be aware of that. We are doing this primarily for writing purposes, but I should point this out while I got your attention. And finally, we have utensil. Utensil, which is a fork, knife, or a spoon. Utensils are tools that you use to eat. So utensils are set on your table for dinner. So there were some words that start with a letter U, and there are not very many of them. There's a lot of words that start with un, because this is a prefix. Un, like unhappy. That means not happy. Unhelpful. That means not helpful. So we'll learn about that sometime later. I don't even know when we'll get to that, but this is a prefix. Un, which means not, and there are many words that start with un, but as for unique words, there are not very many. And here are some, and like I asked you to, please make 2 lines of letter U's and copy these words. Alrighty, thank you very much. I appreciate that you are doing your work. Thank you.